So this week I read the definitive book of body language by Allan and Pease. This is a very good work on body language. Now, this is actually a book that's really helpful if you are in sales as well. I think it's a little bit like, of course, for just sales purposes, that's kind of like advanced and not really that important, I think, for sales, but overall learning some body language stuff is like such a critical skill in life. Like this of course not only helps you if you are like working some kind of career where you deal with people like sales, but also in dating. Also even if you're like an actor, actors really can benefit from like learning like different gestures and what everything like means. I've been doing some acting as well, like some acting classes taking. I think it fits well with sales, doing some of that and applying for some work as well. But mostly like for, of course, professional purposes, body language is really helpful. And here are my favorite 5 ideas and from this book. This is a really definitive book. I cannot think really about one more thing about body language that this book doesn't cover. It's almost 400 pages, and this covers like everything from like just some hand gestures to like even like how you're positioned on a table, like how it affects the situation, how you sit. Are you 45-degree angle straight forward, even like a round table compared to like a rectangle table, and all of those things. It like covers every single topic about like body language and what we like perceive. So just the first idea is that there are some cultural differences to body language, but basically everywhere around the world, people are the same in terms of body language. Like if you go to the other side of the world, people don't just smile when they are like sad when somebody dies or something. They're not starting to smile. Smile is the happy expression all around the world. It's different actually with animals because they're kind of like used to smile actually to threaten. I think like it's like this attack signal, but with humans, it's always smile. It's like a positive expression, also like sadness. Most of these basic body language things all around the world are the same, and then there's just like some very small differences, like how close people want to stand to each other and what some kind of like hand gestures, like a thumbs up or like this, what it means around the world. Like this, for example, of course, to most people around the world is good, but to some people it's up yours. It's basically like throwing the middle fingers. I think it's that to Greeks, if I remember right. And also this, which is usually people use this emoji when texting. Then most people recognize this as like a good, like nice. But in France, actually, if you show this, it's like worthless, like zero, like a piece of shit. So you don't want to go like in a restaurant and then afterwards be like, that was like show to the waiter like this, that when he or she asks like, was the food good, and then you do this. It's basically, it is of course like zero as well. So, and I think for Russians it's just as well something like insulting. I think, or it's just zero. I forgot that one, but yeah. So moving on to the next point is that the biggest mistake with body language you can do is that you just read one gesture, like crossed arms or just some kind of rubbing a little bit of nose. Just one gesture doesn't tell you much, because it can be that I have just an itchy nose, it's not that I'm lying, or I might be just cold, that's why I'm crossing my arms, or whatever the reason. So you need to be looking at the like a big picture, like if they're not only crossing their arms, but they also have like a frown in their face, they have their legs crossed as well, they're maybe leaning back, not listening to you. So that's how you read body language. Then next point is simply to smile more. That's something that I want to learn to really do more, especially like with customers and everything. It's so critical in the first impression that you're, or like in sales, that you smile as you meet the customer. It really sets the situation or the appointment on the right foot. So and then just in general, because people will always like people much better if they smile. So like if you don't smile, everyone around you is acting differently than if you do smile. So smiling is really important. It actually makes you feel better as well when you smile. yourself. And then the next one is actually kind of similar. So I just found this very interesting that laughing is so important. That laughing is really, it releases these endorphins, and it can even like cure some kind of like sicknesses, and it's really critical to like laugh often. And interestingly, like people like also smiles, because smiling is kind of like, it reminds them of like those good feelings, like when you smile or you're happy, when you see someone smile, you start to like unconsciously kind of mirror them a little bit, and that's why you like smiling. And then the fifth idea, yeah, this is very important. He was talking about some mirroring, but I think the most important part of mirroring is not like the physical stuff, but what he mentioned later is that you speak at the same pace as the other one, because the other person will start to really feel like pressured or nervous if you speak like much faster than them. So always pay attention to how fast the other person is speaking, and then match their pace, like, because then they feel comfortable and more like in tune with you. So those are my favorite 5 ideas. That's my take on this book. Yeah, I think overall very good book. Highly recommend you pick it up, read it at least once. So link in the description right below the video. Thanks so much for watching. Give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed, click the subscribe button as well. See you next time.